guys, so I've seen that the last tutorial like shown on the channel about Signal Simulator hasn't been really good, so I'm gonna show you everything from the beginning. Alright, new game. Now you're gonna spawn in this weird room with a huge desk, hacker computers, and a panel on the right. First, let's get you acquainted to the building you're in. So, as you spawn, you're gonna have a bedroom behind you. Now, this bedroom is just something like a cosmetic. It doesn't have any use, only to sleep at night, so it becomes day. Next, behind your desk, you're gonna have two doors. A door is right next to the panel. Now this, when you enter the door, the room, you're gonna have a huge server room, right? And in this server room, you can control your whole system, like the how do we say it? The antennas, power, and yeah, it's just a server room. Alright, now go back to your desk. You're gonna have a door on top of some stairs. You're gonna head there, and you're gonna see right next to the door there's a green keypad. Now this is the lock. Now go into the hallway, and in the hallway you're gonna have another two doors, and the door on the right, that's on top of the staircase, is the roof of the building. Now here you can just look at the sky and the antennas. It doesn't have any use. Back into the hallway, to your left you're gonna see a door that's with the fire exit panel on top of it, and right next to it there's a huge box, electricity box, that says press F to start and stop the line. Now this just is your electricity for the lines, but not for the entire building. Alright, okay, so back to the door of the fire exit panel. If you open it, you're gonna head outside. Now that was the whole building. Now if you head outside, you're gonna see a golf cart. With this, you're gonna head to the antennas and see if there's something wrong. Now if you get inside the RC car, which if you press F on the chair, you're gonna see a prompt that says press F to sit. If you sit inside the RC car, you can drive it. Your car is pointed towards the antennas. Now let me show you what an antenna has, okay? What's the layout of an antenna? Now if you would press WASD, W for forward, A for left, D for right, and S for back, you are able to accelerate and deaccelerate and turn right and left. If you drive to an antenna, you're gonna see a staircase, right? Press F to get out of the car, the golf cart, and if you climb on top of the staircase, if you climb the staircase, you're gonna see a door with a keypad lock next to it, and it's supposed to be red. If it's green, we're gonna talk about that later. Now for now, you need to press F on the keypad lock and press F to open the door. Make sure to lock every door behind you, and I'm gonna provide a reason for that later. Now if you enter the antenna, you're gonna see a server room like before in the building. It does the same thing. It controls the antenna you're in. It doesn't control the other antennas though. Okay, once you're done checking out the antenna, you're gonna head out, lock the door, and go back to your golf car. Go back to your building, and once you're back to your building, you're gonna see a small place with solar panels next to it. Go there, and I'm gonna show you the layout of the solar panel terrain thing. Once you head there, you're gonna see two generators, two huge blocks of stuff that emits electric noise, like some buzzing. Those are the batteries for the building. Now there's a small panel in front of them that prompts you to open it when you press F. This is used to clean the solar panels. So when it rains inside of the game, the solar panels are gonna get dirty. Now I'm gonna talk about that later when we head back to the desk inside of the building. Inside of the panel there's gonna be a huge red button that's used to start the cleaning system, as it says there. Press F to start the cleaning system. That's the panel to clean the solar panels. Alright, now that we are done checking out the layout for the solar panels, head back into our golf car and go back to the building. Once you're back to the building, get out of your RC car. It doesn't matter wherever you park it. Go back into the building, lock the doors, and then go back to your desk and lock the door, of course. Okay, now back to your desk. Hop into the chair by pressing F. Now you're gonna be presented with a huge layout of screens. So we're gonna have two sides. One side is for checking out the camera system and what you've downloaded, and some information on what you're currently viewing. And on the right side, you're gonna have system efficiency, charge efficiency, recharge rate, and power consumption. And that's used for viewing the clean rate of your solar panels and how much power you're receiving. Next to it, there's gonna be another monitor showing the Celsius outside or Fahrenheit, and if it's raining or not. Next to it, there's gonna be a panel for services. Now I don't know what this does, but from experience I've never used this monitor, so you don't have to worry about it. Below that panel, there's gonna be a panel name with the title as coordinate detection. We're gonna talk about this later. Next to it, there's gonna be a panel with some buttons with azimuth and elevation. This is gonna be used for the panel with coordinate detection. Next to the panel with the azimuth and elevation buttons, there's gonna be a tiny motherboard wired up to a monitor. This is also used for these three monitors that work for the coordinate detection. So now let's plan out the sides. The left side is going to be side A with information of what you've downloaded and what you're viewing, and the cameras. And on the right side, this is side B, where you control the things and view what are the coordinates used for detecting signals, audio signals that come from planets and other stuff. So let's categorize them. Side A is for information. Side B is for controlling and finding out the coordinates. Now in the middle there's gonna be your antenna with how much azimuth and elevation it's pointed at. Currently for mine it's pointed at 80 azimuth and 32 elevation, and the new coordinates are based on the side B where it controls stuff. So if in the new coordinates there's azimuth 100 and elevation 200, these are the coordinates the antenna is gonna point at, and the coordinates are the coordinates that it's currently pointing at. Next to it there's gonna be status, and the status is showing every single information about it, how much system efficiency it has, and how much charge efficiency it has, and how much speed it has at pointing towards the azimuth and elevation. If the speed is higher, then it's gonna be faster for the antenna to reach its new coordinates. Right, now that we've checked out the disk, you're gonna have a small laptop next to you. This laptop is gonna be used for mainly everything. On top of the laptop, there's gonna be a few small dashboards with download audio control and audio signal control. If you turn more right, there's gonna be a panel with auto scan, and on the right of it there's gonna be an antenna detection control, and on the right of that there's gonna be a coordinate detection control. These are gonna be used in detecting signals and hearing what the signal, how the signal sounds like. Now if you're gonna look to the first dashboard on your left, it's gonna say download audio control. Now this dashboard is used for hearing what you're downloading. Now this panel is used to hear the computer sounds, like matrix sounds, you know, when code is coming in. If you want to turn that off, just press F on the red button, on the button below the audio play, and that button is gonna be audio stop, and it basically does what it says. It stops the audio. Next to it there's gonna be a volume button, and in case you have the audio play button activated, you can turn down the volume. Now that's the first dashboard. Next to it there's gonna be audio signal control. This panel is used for hearing what you're scanning. If you want to turn off the audio of how it sounds like, as you can see, it stopped my audio of rumbling. Next to it you're gonna have the auto scan. Now this panel is used for finding the megahertz of the signal you're currently viewing. We're gonna talk about this later in the video. Next to the dashboard is gonna be the antenna detection control. Now this dashboard is just used for the panel above it. Next to the antenna detection control is gonna be coordinate detection control. Now this is used for the panel above it, which is obviously coordinate detection. This coordinate detection control powers on the scanning feature, which I'm gonna show you this monitor later when we actually find the scan. Now getting out of the chair, on your right of the disk, as I mentioned, you're gonna have this panel with switches on it. The first switch is for the antennas. So what this basically does is it redirects the power to whatever you activated. So if you switched on the antenna switch, the power is gonna be mainly redirected to the antennas, and as you can see, it made the antenna's value bigger, but it took away some of the values, some of the value from the other systems. Usually, I only use this when I found a coordinate, and based on what current situation I'm in, I'm gonna activate antennas for when the antennas are pointing towards the coordinates. I'm gonna use the server switch for when I'm downloading the data I found from the coordinates, and the coordinate switch for when I'm scanning for the right coordinates to point my antennas at. For now, don't activate anything from this panel. Alright, now if you head back to your desk, you're gonna point at your laptop and open it by pressing F. You're gonna have some buttons that say Scanner, Database, Upgrades, Modules, Tech, Terminal, Shooter, and Docs. What you're mainly gonna use is the Scanner, Database, Upgrades, Modules, Tech, and Terminal. Those are the main things. If you get bored, you also have a game named Shooter. You're gonna be spawned in a ship, and enemies are gonna come towards you. Alright, now this is not the topic of this tutorial. Back to the main topic. Finding a signal. So if you would click on Scanner, this is used for finding a signal. And to do that, you're gonna hold left mouse button, and you're gonna see some red text saying scanning. Once you find an anomaly, you're gonna see 2 or 1 arrow. You're gonna head towards those arrows. Once you head towards those, you're gonna see a small gas cloud, as they call it. There's gonna be some green fog. You're gonna point your scanner towards it, on top of it. And whilst you're doing that, you're gonna see a hexagon with some text. Once it's at 100%, you're gonna hear a fuzz, and this fuzz is used for finding the frequency of it. Now to find it, you're gonna either hold A or D. Now it doesn't matter if you need to, let me turn this down. It doesn't matter if you either hold or tap A or the D. If you're gonna hold A or D, which is the most efficient one, you're just gonna be automatically triggered into the frequency found thing. Now what I'm gonna do is hold D, and once the frequency is found, after that you're gonna hear some a sound like the one I'm currently hearing. And if you want to stop this sound, you're gonna head to the auto scan dashboard, and you're gonna see a volume wheel. You're gonna turn that, you're gonna decrease that with Q. Once you're done, you're gonna head out of your chair, go to the panel next to you, and activate the coordinates. Once you've done that, turn right, and you're gonna see the coordinate detection. Now to power this on, you're gonna first need to find the megahertz. So you're gonna head back to the auto scan dashboard, and you're gonna see manual mode. Now this is used to find the megahertz frequency. Now if you're gonna have two buttons, Q and E. I suggest holding E until frequency locked. The light bulb frequency locked turns green. Then I'm gonna stop and try to aim to hold it green. If you don't find any frequency past 10,000 megahertz, then I'm gonna hold Q. Now for my case I found it. So you're gonna turn right and you're gonna see the coordinate detection that is typing some the azimuth and elevation coordinates. If you go right, you're gonna see azimuth calc and elevation calc. Now what you're aiming to get is the average of both of them. So how would you do that? Well, you would wait until they don't change after 5 tries. So for me, the coordinates are 73 azimuth and 74 elevation. And to stop typing coordinates, you're gonna go below the monitor and you're gonna see the coordinate detection control. And right next to it there's like a flip switch. You're gonna press F on it and it's gonna stop typing coordinates. If you turn left to that monitor, you're gonna see your antenna detection control. Now this is used for typing in your coordinates that you've just found. To power your panel on, you're gonna press either Q or E on the panel switcher, as it's called. Next, what you're gonna do is you have azimuth on the left and elevation on the right. Now to modify the azimuth and elevation to your average coordinates on your coordinate detection monitor, you're gonna use these lines of switchers, and you can modify the numbers by either pressing Q or E. Now my azimuth is 73.244. So what I'm gonna do is modify these buttons corresponding to my coordinates. Once that is done, you're gonna see the button that says start rotation. Get a light bulb turn to green. You're gonna press that once you've modified your coordinates to aim at your average coordinates. And once you press that, you're gonna see a sound, like a hovering noise. That is because the antenna is rotating. So if you would head to the side A, you're gonna see your camera monitor move. That's the camera from the antenna. And right next to the camera monitor, you're gonna have your information about the antenna modify. So if you, as I said, the coordinates tab is modifying. These are the current coordinates, the ones that are our antenna is currently pointing at, and the future coordinates are in the new coordinates tab. Now we're just gonna wait till the antenna is done aiming. Now, if you turn to the right of the information monitor about the antenna, you're gonna see the small motherboard light up. This is used to track down your signal. So if you head back to your antenna detection control switcher, you need to modify the azimuth and elevation accordingly. Till both of those bars are on top of the small motherboard chip are fully green. As you can see, as we get closer, the bar that you're currently modifying gets lit up. And if you get past the coordinates, as you can see, it's gonna turn mostly red at the end of the line. Right, now that the both the bars are done, now once you're done, deactivate the antenna detection control panel with the switcher so you conserve power. Once you've done that, turn left, and you're gonna see the on side A, you're gonna see the information monitor with the currently signal being downloaded. Now above it, there's gonna be either a round shape or another shape that's used for seeing what the signal is. And if you wanna hear the audio from Jesus Christ, if you wanna hear the audio from the scan, you're gonna go down to audio signal control at the audio panels, and you're gonna do audio play. And this is currently how it sounds like. It is horrifying, so I don't want to turn this on. But if you're interested in how it sounds like, you can just turn that on. And if it's too loud, you can modify the volume. Now, whilst we wait, we wait till the signal is downloaded. Jesus Christ. Now don't worry, if a lightning strike stops your systems, you are not gonna lose data, so you're okay on that. Now once the signal has been downloaded, you're gonna receive points. And there are two types of signals. One, a storyline signal, and 2 a normal credit signal, which is used for credits, to simply just gain credits and use them for upgrades. Now, there is a huge difference between upgrades and modules. So if you head back into your laptop, once you're done reviewing the signal, you're gonna see 2 tabs: upgrades and modules. Now, the upgrades are used for basically reduces stuff that is mainly used for power for your advantage. Now, if you head into modules, you're gonna see rotors, coordinates, subreflectors, etc. These are used for scanning the signals faster and turning the antennas faster. And now let me show you the rest of the buttons. So we're gonna have database, which is used for reviewing the audio recordings of the scans you've done. And if you head into terminal, and type help, this is used for either getting diagnostics of the antennas and servers to see if they're working properly, and fixing the either antenna or servers that are powered down in case of a glitch in the system or something. I'm gonna type diagnostics and see if I gain an error. As you can see, I've gained an error, so I'm gonna reboot the server and hopefully it's gonna fix the error. And as you can see, it did. So if the text is red, that means it's broken or glitched out. Once you type reboot or reboot all in one message, you're gonna either get another red text, which is gonna require you to reboot again, or some blue text, which means you fixed the problem. And that was it. This was the tutorial. Now I'm gonna tell you about the Easter egg. So currently I'm using a beta version, which is an outdated version of Signal Simulator, but this Easter egg is gonna have some train tracks outside, and if you go along those train tracks, you're gonna see a body of an alien. Once you press F on that, you're gonna have an alien in this corner, which is gonna have him in a capsule. Next Easter egg is the alien itself. So randomly there's gonna be a glitch on the camera showing the alien either at your bedroom window or him or showing him covering the camp. So once that appears, you're gonna head to the bedroom and if he was peeking right here, you're gonna look right here. If you think he was peeking right there, if he was shown outside, then you're gonna open this door, which leads into your bathroom, and sometimes you're gonna see him peeking here but that's rarely gonna happen. And once you open the door, you're gonna see him here, but and then duck down. But that rarely happens. You're only gonna see the window clear. That's what happened to me mostly. Well, this was the tutorial. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll answer them when I can. Okay? Goodbye.